Come, traveler. Come and hear the stories of those come and gone, or come to hear the tales of those who still walk amongst the living. The land of Tamriel is home to many names, and many people who have come and gone. Legends of the past echo throughout its history, and yet, still, new champions rise every turn of the millennia. Here is but one soul in this world. Sister Cosma Dilimnia, or better known simply as Sister Dilimnia, is an acclaimed battle cleric who is a devout believer in the Temple of Talos, god of governance, war, and the hero god of man. She is a devout and ruthless warrior of Talos, bringing the unholy and wicked to the shores of oblivion in his name. Sister Dilimnia comes from a humble background in the province nation of Cyrodiil, home of the Imperial Empire. Before she was claimed sister, she was only known as merely Cosma Dilimnia, daughter of a butcher in the walled city of Bravo. Her life, by mortal standards, was peaceful, but in the lands of Tamriel came a new threat across their shores. Between the times of the 171st and 175th years of the Fourth Era, a great war broke out between the Third Empire of Tamriel and the Third Upbury Dominion, the coalition of the Outlaw, home of the Elves. Come the third year of war, many homes and cities were ransacked, pillaged, burned, including the city of Bravo. Her home destroyed, her family devoured by the fires of war. Poor Dilimnia was lost. In time, she turned to the faith, to find hope in these dark times. This was where she found the Temple of Talos. She was welcomed into the faith, despite the war raging around her and her people. Come the final year of the Great War, the Empire shuddered and signed a punishing treaty with the Aldmeri Dominion and the Thalamor, one that would dismantle the god, expunge the blades, and ban any and all worship of the god Talos. Come this treaty after the events of her downfall, Dilimnia was outraged, furious, appalled, disgusted that her people would bend to such rules by the elves who think themselves superior. Dilimnia could not withstand any longer. She turned to Talos and claimed in his name that she would be one of his warriors, one of his mighty that would bring the fury and might of 1,000 suns against the wicked that lurk in the shadows. In this time, she claimed to have heard the words of Talos speak to her. Come, sister, he said. Come and heed my words. This land is wicked and many hide in shadows, playing the people a fool. The world may seem dark now, but you, Cosma Dilimnia, I sense a great fire within you, a fire that could ignite the torches that kindle the world. Wear this fire with pride and strike with it. Wear this fire and strike down those who dare to claim themselves servants of evil, be it man or machination. Go now, adorn thine armor, wield thine weapon, and wear thine fire, and burn brighter than any bastions evil might wield. Go, sister, go with pride. On that very day, at the 28th of sun's dawn, at the finest hour, Cosma Dilimnia wore the mantle of sister. She wielded a great mace, enchanted by the mages of the temple to wield that fire within her, and adorn the red of her empire that she once looked to and felt safe. She wore the face of war and pledged her life, her soul, and her essence to her holy mission. Come the later years, she was a warrior. No fire could burn brighter than her hatred, her anger, her love. Retribution came to Cyrodiil, and it came in the form of fire. The years marched on, as too did Sister Dilimnia. The travels took her to Hammerfell, home of the Red Guard and the Alikar Sea. Thalmor stretched past these shores and sought to sink their fingers into the sands of the desert. In her holy mission, Sister Dilimnia traveled these stone roads and sand mountains here to Hammerfell. However, when she crossed the borders into Sentinel, a mighty kingdom just breaching the waters that led to the province of High Rock, home of the Bretons, her welcome was met with Redguard steel. She was imprisoned by the kingdom of Sentinel alongside 4 others for the murder that they did not commit. The murder of a high priestess. With her new unlikely companions, she must clear her name of this and figure out whom or what was behind this and why these five were framed. Only then can her holy mission of Talos continue. Sister Cosma Dilimnia of the Temple of Talos, battle cleric against all wicked. Her fire burns bright, and her fury fuels her furnace. May all who wish to dare against her find peace with their God, as she has made peace with hers.